For the next stage of your robot, you'll get your base back and any parts that you had. Got my name written there on the bottom, trying not to smear it. Also trying not to close up holes if you have holes. You'll get another piece of clay, and we're starting this as a pinch pot as well. So just like before, I'm going to take off a chunk for extra parts. Smash it into the little boulder shape. Roll with your hands. Thumb goes in. And when you pinch, you still want your edge to be as thick as your pinky. Yes, you got that right. And just like the last time, once you pinch, you're going to smooth out the big cracks. You will gently tap to even out your edge. You can roll on the cloth to get rid of those finger dents. If you're going to make it so your robot will be a bowl, then you want to make sure that that inside is tidied up the best you can. So I would squirt it with a little water, try to smooth it out the best you can with your finger. And if it's going this direction, you do want to take that and gently tap so we can attach it this way. If you want your head to be more square, it's just like before, where we tap gently on the table. So it'll end up with 4 different sides. So think square, and it will be square. If you need to, you can always pinch it a little more with your fingers. So my head is sort of rectangular. You could leave it round, it's up to you. Now when we're attaching things, we can't just set it on and hope it stays. That's not how clay works. You will have a clay kit of some type at your table. And in that clay kit, you do have a bowl of water with some toothbrushes. And you have a tub here full of goo. This is known as slip. Think of it as glue for clay. So when I'm attaching my head, I need to dip the toothbrush in. I'm not scooping it. It is not a chicken nugget and ketchup. And I'm brushing where I'm attaching the head, making sure I get some goop on there. I'm brushing the bottom of the head and press firmly to attach. If you have any goo that sticks out of the edges, just wipe it off the best you can with your finger. Any parts that are going directly on here, you need to use this procedure. And one more time, that is called slip and score. So you can roll things in your hand. You could take the clay and roll coils if you wanted to. You can also roll coils on the table if you need them longer. If you want your robot to be holding something, like I think I'll have mine hold the donut, I could roll a coil and connect it. And then if it's all rough, I could smooth it out. I'm not worrying about the sprinkles on something this tiny. If I need the hole in the middle to be better, I can always take a little brush and gently poke the hole and smooth it the best that I can with a little bit of water. There, I have a teeny tiny donut for my robot. If you want to add texture, I have something called the Box of Fun, and it has lots of different items in it for adding texture. Most of them you just press into the clay. So if I wanted this to have some kind of texture on it, I could take this item, roll it across. I could take it, press it down. All depends on what kind of look do you want for your item. I have some various carving tools. So if you wanted to make a control panel that carves in a little bit on your project, I could take this tool, and I'm not just drawing a line, I'm trying to carve away. A lot of the details on your robot will be painted on, so we're just worried about the physical texture. If I have any rough areas, we just go over it with a wet finger, and that smooths them out. So now I have a little bitty control panel that sticks out on my robot. Now please remember, when you are building and adding on parts, We live on planet Earth, and we have limits such as gravity. So do not make a super skinny arm and a super tiny hand and expect it to hold a heavy food item. If you look at my object, my robot, I've made it so the arm, most of it is attached to the body, only a little bitty amount sticks out past the body, and they're holding very tiny things. So this way, gravity is working for me, not against me. So details can be made from clay and added on. You can use textures and press them in, like I added some texture down here to my robot's little shoes. You can carve things away, like I did here, or inside the mouth. You can flat out draw things in with your pencil if you need to. Just remember, some of these details on your robot will be painted on after it is fired.